Twilight, Twilight, Twilight. Oh, poor Twilight. Like, I know you're nerdy, I know you care, I know you get stressed easy, but really? A book in a library? This is gonna set you off. We're gonna have a long season of you stressing out. It's really a good thing that Piggy came up with that verb at the start of the season because, my god, we're gonna need it. Alright, Pony, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're reviewing the new episode of My Little Pony Adventures Magic. And yeah, sorry for the late review. This become a regular intro at this point because they always end up going out late because either for Wi-Fi uploading reasons or for me not here to record them. So yeah. Sorry. Anyway, let's get straight back into it. So for all of you who haven't watched the video, basically Twilight gets a mail of stuff from Princess Celestia who cleaned out her old room back in Canterlot. And throughout all the stuff, it turns out there's a library book that she never returned. She's like a perfect library record. She loves a librarian. Goes back and review, of course. It's kind of a shame. I was kind of hoping they're going to say, oh, it's been this many years, but actually how many years the entire show's been going on for, but they wouldn't say. They have to keep us fans guessing. But through estimations, we can work out a rough estimate, but that's not really the point. Basically, and then, of course, chaos ensues after that, because it's Twilight, and everything gets way out of proportion when it comes to her episodes. So yeah, if you have to think it's a Twilight episode, for all of you that hate the sparkling magic stressful princess of friendship, well, this is an episode for you, but as a Twilight enthusiast, I can definitely agree. So yeah, I'll just get straight into what I liked about the episode, because there's quite a lot of things. This time I say chronological audio, because a lot of time when listening back to these videos when during editing, and I'm not speaking chronological order, it drives me insane. It's probably driving you guys insane as well, so I'm actually gonna process what I'm saying. Alright, so in the first 20 seconds of the episode, there's something I really like already. Derpy's got more voice lines. You can't go wrong. That's enough stared. Instantly a pro about the episode, because it's Derpy. You can't complain. Like, she's the best pony, but she's damn cute, and she's a cool background character. If Derpy's got voice lines, the episode's already started off great. Definitely a pro. No more explanation needed. Moving on. So I like Spike's sarcasm straight off the bat, quick and snappy. Always fun and entertaining to listen to. Like, he's just so sarcastic. Like, I thought my dad was sarcastic, but he's sarcastic. Like, all the time. So yeah, so basically I'll run you through the synopsis in more detail as we go along. So yeah, so Twilight ends up freaking out and twilighting, as Vicky said. Which is, again, as I said in the little intro here, we're going to need that verb a lot. So they go to help to Canterlot, and already she's a bush camp from Fortnite. So yeah, that's gone well down for you. So yeah, she's hiding but no, in all seriousness, she's hiding in bushes because she's the princess of friendship, and she can't be caught turning into a late book because her imagination goes woo-wee out of all proportionate. Again, that happens to me a lot, so I can relate with her. But really, a library book? A library book? So yeah, she goes to hand it in, and the little librarian that Twilight loves isn't there. And they have to go downstairs to the dark dungeon to hand her books. The books, what we can presume, years old because she got just before she went to Ponyville. Again, they didn't tell us how long it was. It's kind of one like a little brief in time span, but we get all we're given, I suppose. So yeah, and more Spike sarcasm, and they end up having to find out the librarians. Well, the person dealing with like late returns and shameful people, because God, they make her sound so aggressive. Even Twilight looks like she's about to explode. Basically head off, they're meeting Moondancer again, which is quite nice. We haven't seen Moondancer in a few seasons, so that is quite nice to hear again. I quite enjoyed that little cameo from her. She actually got voice lines as well, so every person getting voice lines these days, which is good. And then Spike's just thinking about his stomach, which was that happens a lot. Like, that makes perfect understanding for Spike. So yes, another sort of pro. Sort of, Moondancer's talking. Spike's sarcasm is very funny, entertaining. I say that sort of describes the whole thing. And I'm going to troubles again. This is going to be a bitch to win it. Anyway, so they end up going to find out what the old librarian Liz, a very aggressive person who doesn't like door sales, which again was quite funny, and the fact that the other person's supposed to keep driving her to his house, which I can see the one that could be annoying if it's been on for many years. But still, geez, Semi-Aggressive Best Pony, she can zap you. Like, do you see what happened when she fought T-Rex? She can roast your ass. But I digress. Cue montage of her randomly opening doors and waving pictures of old librarian people's faces, because I guess that's how it looks for people in Ponyville. Like, having seen the police go around and start waving pictures of old ladies. Don't even say anything, just holds it up, walks away. And then they end up finding her at an old care home, which is quite nice, and has quite a sweet moral to the story, basically, because at first Twilight thinks that it was because of her that she lost the job. Perfect track record, but at the end, turns out that the librarian tries perfect all the time, and once it wasn't perfect, she realised she doesn't need to be perfect and tries lots of other things, so she wasn't scared to fail. And that's the thing I like. That's a good moral that actually a lot of people, kids or adults, could definitely use, either knowing or minding. Very good. So yeah, so overall, another con is that, again, like most of the other episodes, it didn't feel straight for time. The story took its time. It wasn't squished in. It wasn't sped up. Like, even they had the montage to go around lots of different places, that didn't really feel too out of place. You know, it felt perfectly realistic. It didn't feel like they were trying to rush the story along. Definitely a good type of development. It's a Twilight episode, so of course I'm going to improve. Don't about you. What do you think about Twilight? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be nice, because I'm yet to get a comment, and it's so lonely. Anyway. God, I'm such a fucking moron. But now, I can't really think of very many cons to this episode. The storyline could be a bit more sort of complicated. Makes sense for Twilight's character, and the play should be able to keep it interesting. But you know, it's not the kind of episode that you really watch for the plot of it. Like, it's not a plot that grips you. You mainly watch it for the humor. And of course, if you're not really big into Twilight and Twilight's freakouts, you don't really find it interesting. Yeah, you probably don't find the episode very entertaining. Of course, if you like Twilight or like sarcasm or want to see a few more background characters, definitely good. But if you're not really a big fan of like sort of Twilight's freakouts, you may watch the episodes for the plot rather than the humor. Like, it's definitely a good moral, but the plot isn't very gripping. Like, it makes sense, but it isn't very strong gripping, especially not compared to like last episode. Last episode probably was more humor, but definitely had a plot. Now, it's definitely good, and definitely another strong episode of season 9 in its reigns. It's under its belt. Like, that is a strong episode. Definitely not the best episode, but it's, of course, quite a high standard after last week's 200th episode. It's definitely a big shoes to fill. Like I will admit that probably last week's episode, Twilight 7, was probably the best episode of the season. Probably one of the best episodes of all of MLP, Gen 4, and just general. Like, my friend was adamant that Royal Problem was the best episode of MLP universe. We watched that episode and changed his mind. But yeah, it's definitely a strong episode. Like, it's probably not my most favourite. Like, I think the opening episodes I like them more, but I think I probably like that a bit more than Uprooted. Because I like Twilight more, and that's more like a personal ranking thing. If you let me know in the comments below, I can start ranking the episodes and give them score points if you want, but it's more like a commentary discussion. But yeah, so overall, another strong episode. Absolutely loved it. Not like the best this season, but all the episodes are really good episodes. Some have got to fall a bit short here and there, but yeah, it's really strong that you come up with these episodes, actually, because they're actually all doing really well. They're really surprising me. Hasbro's doing a hell of a job. We'll say the actual development team of My Little Pony, but still, good, strong episode. It's weird to think we're on episode 5 already, and our fandom's slowly tripping away to the rivers of life and flying away through time. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, it really helps me out. And one last thing, comment down below if you guys can come up with a name for this season, because everything I could think of has been taken, and I don't want to name the review series something that's already happened, because if I get comments saying it's already been done, or comments that stuff, and I don't want to copy anybody else, that's not really fair. Or if I do copy someone else, I'll probably change it a bit and give them credit for it anyway. Not that they really need my credit, because they're probably much bigger than I am. But anyway, I enjoy making these little reviews. They're nice, they're fun. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And once a Pinkie Pie, keep on smiling.